All right, y'all. Welcome back to Occultism Unleashed. We looking at the United States chart right here. Right here, we're looking at the United States chart. As you can see, you know, this full moon, man, is really significant because it's not only a full moon for the world in Leo, it's a full moon in the United States chart. You know, it's a full moon in the United States chart. The sun is opposite the natal moon, and it's gonna be a regular full moon, and Jupiter is retrograde on this full moon, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's finna look. Jupiter rules the United States first house, so the public view of the nation, the nation is gonna be affected personally. It's gonna be affected personally by this shit, you know. Then you got the full moon occurring in the ninth house, occurring in the ninth house, you know. The sun rules the United States ninth house. The moon rules this eighth house. The United States eighth house. A lot of shit's gonna change with our positions overseas and shit like that, man. You know, the best thing the United States can do is fall the fuck back. Fall the fuck back, Jack. I promise you that. They're about to lose face overseas. You know, on the world stage. And Jupiter, hitting on the moon, which rules the house of debt, man. It rules the house of debt. That tell me inflation and things like that, man, and it's gonna affect the community because this Jupiter conjoining the moon is in the third house. The public, the community, the neighborhoods, the everyday people. That inflation's gonna hit them, but but you know Jupiter in Aquarius. Jupiter's in Aquarius, and it's hitting on that moon that ruled the eighth house. Aquarius is the sign of altruism. I told y'all some bad stuff gonna happen, but some good stuff gonna happen. Y'all gonna be thankful for these cats with the crypto bank rolls. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Don't think that they just gonna save you because you keep doing dumb shit. But you're gonna see a lot of altruism through crypto crypto donations and stuff. You're gonna see a lot of help, man. A lot of help. And again, I told you guys Uranus is retrograde right here in Aquarius. Not in Aquarius, but Uranus rules Aquarius, and it's retrograde in Taurus, and Taurus is the sign that rules money. That's the natural, ruler of the second house, the money house, the values. Uranus retrograde, it's making a good. It's gonna come right here into a sextile, retrograde into a sextile with the sun that rules the ninth house of higher education and courts and things like that. You're gonna see some good things happen for cryptocurrency. I'm trying to tell you, y'all better get in where you fit in right now. Because that wave is coming. I promise you. Uranus and Taurus. I told you Taurus rule money. Uranus rule the internet, technology, cryptocurrency, digital currency, digital transactions of blockchain. All that is ruled by Uranus in the sign of Aquarius. The next sign that Pluto goes into, as Pluto goes direct and moves out of Capricorn in 2022, it moves into Aquarius in the United States second house of money and values. I'm telling you, it's gonna move to a digital currency. It's gonna move to a cryptocurrency, and COVID is gonna push that too. COVID's gonna push that too. It's gonna push that advancement too. They're not gonna take away money so you can't spend or nothing like that. People are just gonna use that as an alternative. The people, The people, anytime Pluto is involved, the masses are pushing things. You know, Pluto in the second house of the United States, the masses, the people are transforming the values of this nation. You know, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Again, like when this Uranus hit on the third house. Third house is the people again, the community, the communication, the mindset. You know, Uranus is gonna spark that innovation. You know, with tragedy is gonna spark innovation. Unfortunately, but fortunately, you know, it's gonna spark some innovation. It's gonna spark some innovation, man. Uh, you know, Uranus again, you know, is gonna get hit. United States natal Uranus is about to get hit by Venus. It's about to get trined by Venus, and Venus rules the 10th house of the presidency and the government, and the 6th house of the police. You know, in the 5th house cut. You know, so a lot of things are about to shake, Jack. A lot of things are about to shake. It's gonna be some legislation against the police. A lot of corruption about to get revealed, and it's gonna cause some unrest. This coming 2 or 3 weeks, it might get a little rocky, but you know, there's more people interested in preserving this nation than it is in preserving the delusion of white supremacy, and that's reality. Like people have seen how ugly it can get, and it's a lot of things going on behind the scenes, and you gonna find as this Uranus goes retrograde, you gonna find that like a motherfucker just scooped the net up, like they had the net and they just scooped the net up, and a lot of shit gonna get shook up. You know, Venus gonna hit the sun, which rules court case rulings. You know, that's gonna hit that in about 7 days. Venus is also gonna hit Saturn, which rules the second house of money and values, in about 7 days. You know, good aspects from Venus. You're gonna see some good legislation and some good, you know, justice. Venus and Libra bring justice, man. It's gonna bring some justice. You got in about 3 days, Mars gonna square Mars. That's gonna bring some civil unrest. You know, 3 to 7 days. You know. Other than that, you know, this Uranus retrograde, like I said, it's gonna hit the sun first. You're gonna see a lot of laws and legislation, and you know, changes in education, and probably, you know, most college and schools switch to online. You know, they're about to take this health situation serious, because Venus in Libra, it rules the 6th house of health in the United States chart, and the 6th house also ruled the military. It ruled nurses and doctors and things like that. You know, interesting enough. You know, interesting enough. Pluto, as it retrogrades, it's gonna tap on Neptune in the 9th house, man. You know, Pluto rules the 12th house of hospitalizations. You know, but Neptune, it ruled that intercepted Pisces in the 3rd house. You know, a lot of people are gonna get sick, man. You know, but a lot of it is their own carelessness. So I'm not even gonna, you know, act like I got energy to be sympathetic to them, because they didn't care about themselves enough to stay the fuck in the house. You know, stay the fuck out the way. Uh, Definitely, man. This Jupiter, you know, Jupiter as it retrogrades, it's going to hit back to this Mars, the fourth house. You know, it's going to be in the house of values, in money. That's going to help the crypto. But because Mars rules the fourth house, you know, the disenfranchised people of the nation is represented by the fourth house. You know, that's also going to bring some positive attention and abundance to them, man. You know, the closer Jupiter retrogrades back to Mars, the more, you know, altruistic help the people are going to get. And that's always good, man. Now Mars, when it hits Pluto, man, that's when you really gonna see, you know, people get serious about, you know, taking precautions and, you know, things like that about COVID, man. You know, that's gonna bring a lot of death. It's gonna bring a lot of death, man. And a lot of this was unnecessary because anytime you're dealing with Pluto, you're dealing with, you know, power trips and things like that, man. And I'm trying to, you know, give y'all this information in a way that doesn't spread fear. Because a lot of good is gonna come behind this, man. You know, it's a lot of planets in the second house of money and values. And these planets are hitting on, you know, as they go through Aquarius, you know, they're hitting on planets in the 10th house. You know, the 10th house has to do with, you know, the president and the legislature and things like that. So you're going to get some changes. You know, you're going to get some good changes, man. And they're hitting on Neptune in the 9th house. So that gives an opportunity to it. And it's a trine. You know, Pluto is retrograding back into a trine with Neptune. And that's going to, you know, destroy a lot of illusions in education and history and bring a lot of truth to the light, man. It's a lot of good things coming, man. A lot of good things. You know. And they could be even better when you make sure you seize the opportunity. Again, you know, Uranus is gonna bring some crazy ass weather. It's gonna bring some crazy ass weather, and it's gonna affect the public because Uranus rules the 3rd house. It's gonna affect the public. So, you know, I told y'all Uranus rules thunderstorms, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes, all type of, you know, natural disasters. And it's in the earth sign. But it's definitely going, you know, do what Uranus does. It's going to startle a lot of people into their humanitarian mode and activate a lot of altruism. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that despite the tragedy. Again, you know, Neptune rules the 3rd house. That rules the people, but it also rules communication. You know, Pisces is intercepted in the 3rd house. You see, you know, the ruler of Pisces, Neptune, is about to get hit by Mercury, and it's about to get hit by Mars. So be aware. You know, some of our open enemies are going to leak some shit about our government and things like that. Probably in the next 7 to 10 days. It's going to be some leaks. You know, the goal is to cause civil unrest. Some people are going to fall into it. Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool. You know, focus on your own business and take care of your community. I love y'all. Peace out.